wins the toss.
So it's not connected, right? We're not getting text. We're step over the rock. You take a look at this here. How it was. I got another one. Hello. Well, probably now. We're not getting any back from the station.
You're listening to exciting high school football driven by the McCarthy Auto Group on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ, Blue Springs, Kansas City. Rob Evans, Coach Woms back at Larry Stewart Field at Blue Springs South High School as we get set to open up the season. The captains are about ready to meet at the center of the field, and of course this game tonight being part of the local television package for the greater Kansas City area, so you'll have a chance to see this ball game on replay a little bit later on in the year. Last year, as we mentioned, Park Hill won this game to open the season, the first of what turned out to be 13 straight games. They knocked off the Jags 43-18, but Coach Woms, as we've been talking about, that was a little bit different. In fact, last year probably changed the way Coach Greg Oder and the Jags staff prepared for the season, in that they chose to play a more controlled inter-squad game as opposed to going in and playing a jamboree where they suffered some injuries going into last year that really affected the way things went.
And this year, Park Hill sustained a very big injury in their jamboree to their running back, and so the coin has kind of been flipped this year for this particular game.
And the guy you're talking about is young Mr. Harris, Matt Harris, who rushed for over 1,400 yards last year and will not be playing in the ball game this evening. But as you were noticing during pregame warm-ups, they've got a couple of guys who are ready to step in and do the job for Park Hill.
Well, I had an opportunity to see Matt Harris play on 2 occasions last year, and not only did he have quickness and speed, he was a very physical player. He looked for that guy who was going to be tackling him, and he became the aggressor in those situations.
Park Hill, coached by Josh Hood in his third year. Last year was a breakout year of 13-1. They were defeated in the Class 5 semifinals last year, losing down in Nixa. That was a week after they knocked off Fort Osage in the quarterfinals. And, you know, we've talked enough to know that, I subscribe to the last game, next game theory. And if you think too much about your last game, it's hard to focus on your next game. Is it possible that could have affected the Trojans going into that one? Because, let's face it, you knock off Fort Osage and you've gotten something accomplished for that week.
Especially because that was a tremendous goal for them because of the quality of the Fort Osage program. I think the thing that's amazing about Coach Hood is he spent a lot of time as an assistant coach. I believe he started coaching in the year 2000, so he spent a lot of time as an assistant coach in various situations, and he brings that knowledge into his third year as the head coach at Park Hill.
His third year, 19 wins, 15 losses, a pair of 3-7 seasons in the last the last 3 years. They're 19 and 15, and his record there is 15-8, and they have gone 19 and 15 over the last 3 years. This is a series that has been predominantly Blue Springs South. The Jags have won 5 of the 7 meetings, and that dates back to the 1995 season. They played every year from 95 to 99. Blue Springs South won 4 out of those 5 games. The series resumed in 2009 with the Jags victory 21-14, and then the Trojans picked up the win last year. Greg Oder in his 15th year, 102 victories and 41 defeats.
And you know what? Blue Springs South won the toss and deferred, and so they're going to, Park Hill did, and they're going to kick off. Blue Springs South's going to receive. It's going to be an interesting first offensive series for the Jaguars.
Well, and it'll depend a lot upon what their field position is like Parker Sampson is one of those guys who had 40 touchbacks last year, one of the best kickers in the Kansas City Metro. The kickoff brought to you by Constantino's Price Chopper, your local family-owned grocer since 1948, a proud supporter of high school football and a Vision Sports sponsor for 18 years. Stop by Price Chopper, where there's always fresher ways to save.
Ooh, big.
The kickoff went out of bounds, and it'll be Blue Springs football, and they're going to take it. They'll get it upfield, Coach.
Yes,
after
they
the
do.
Kick went out of
It's
bounds.
a great opportunity for their offense. They're going to have the ball on the 35-yard line.
Well, they had a couple of guys back there in Hawkins, and I believe Ricky Nichols was back there. And they obviously wanted to keep the football away from those two gentlemen. Ball on the 35-yard line, first down and 10. Noah Nigro, who passed for 931 yards last year and 11 touchdowns, is operating out of the shotgun, and he will hand it off on first down, and a nice carry. Miles Davis, who rushed for 305 yards last year, 302, averaged 6.4 yards a carry, and he picks up 4 on first down, so we're underway, and it's good to have you with us here this evening. The Jags dressed in blue with green, and we're going to get 2 receivers to each side, and again, Nigro operating out of the slot, out of the gun, brings a man in motion. There's a fumble on the exchange. He was trying to hand the ball to Miles Davis, who lined up as a receiver, and the two dropped the football, and they'll lose 2 yards. It'll go back to the 37-yard line.
Big third down to start the game. You know they want to keep their offense on the field, and you're going into that secondary that is highly touted for Park Hill.
Well, he averaged, and we're talking about Nigro last year, 14.1 yards per completion. And he's going to have Belcher split wide to the left. He's one of 3 guys who are out that way. Riley Moore McKinney is also out that way. They're going to fake the handoff, flip the ball out of the flat where the ball is caught by Hawkins, and he'll spin to get to the 39-yard line. He'll be stopped short, a gain of a couple. They give him 3. It'll bring up 4th down and 5 in a punting situation for the Jags.
Hey, tonight's kickoff was at 7 p.m. and the temperature is 79 degrees. The time and temp is presented by WeatherTech Roofing. Call 228-2005. WeatherTech Roofing is proud to bring you the Cats and Jags.
The ball is punted away by Jackson. Corey Jackson gets a nice roll. It goes inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line.
They kind of had a little difficulty with the snap, and Park Hill put some pressure on the punter. That's a big kind of change in the kicking game right there. You got to not let those things happen to you. But it's week 1.
Now we're going to get a chance to see the young sophomore from Park Hill who's going to step in, Billy Maples, and he's just a sophomore, Coach, but when a coach says he's taking the first step towards being a 3-year starter, that says he's got some ability.
He certainly does, and you know he's thrown the ball a lot this summer.
And he tries to throw almost what you would call a fade down the far sideline to the 40-yard line, and he throws it out of bounds. He was looking for, it was Micah Mayberry on the coverage defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Running out of the pistol, and the handoff going straight ahead is Zach Neal, the senior running back, 5'10", 165 pounds. And he's the guy that steps in, replacing Matt Harris, who rushed for 1,400 yards last year. and suffered an injury last week in the Jamborees. And on third down, they're going to throw the little screen pass out of the flat, and it's going to be completed to the 31-yard line, but going to bring up a fourth down.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out on offense in the first series.
Hesitate to call that a bubble screen, depending on how you want to look at it, but he curled around a pick, if you will, a guy that was there to block for him, and picked up a few yards. It'll be too short of the first down, fourth down, and Sampson is back to punt it away. Snap is a good one and a high kick. That is going to bounce the 35, kick inside the 20, inside the 15, and out of bounds. At that point, may have checked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, so there's no return, and the Jags are once again in poor field position.
And poorer than the first time.
Yeah. First quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Buy one, get one free on Tuesdays, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers every Saturday from 11 to 4 at Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs. Put the ball back on the 16-yard line, first down and 10. The Jags go left to right, and the handoff coming to the near side. A flag is down as the ball carrier gets to the 20-yard line, and Hawkins able to bounce outside and pick up some yardage.
He's got some good quickness to get to the outside.
And the penalty, our referee tonight is Phil Stompoli.
Veteran crew. This is a veteran Suburban Conference crew. Phil Stompoli's been around with his guys for a long time. He does a great job.
Line judge is Ben Rold, Jeff Holloway, the linesman, Jeremiah and Payton, the back judge, and Robert Ogle is the line judge. I can remember Phil when he was calling Heart of America Conference basketball for a number of years, basketball official. Wears the white hat here this evening, and Blue Springs South is going to get hit with a hold, and they will mark this one back to the 8-yard line. And that will bring up first down and long. They have to get all the way out to the 27-yard line, just beyond the 26. So we'll see what happens. Trips go to the left, single man to the right, quick hitter over the middle, caught at the 15-yard line, and the catch made by Briley Moore McKinney, and he picks up good yardage on first down.
Excellent throw and catch, and good advancement after the catch.
So a pickup of 12 yards on the play. And they're still looking, however, at second down and long. It'll be second down and 8 as they have two backs running out of the pistol formation, a fake handoff, and coming to the near side. Not a lot of room there for Nigro. And he gets hauled down by Chester Graves, who is Park Hill's junior defensive end, 6'5", 230 pounds, and they talk about how they've got 4 D1 athletes on this team. He's one of them.
He is one of them. He's got great size and great quickness, and he's going to create some problems for the offensive line for Blue Springs South. But I think we'll see them step up as they get into the flow. They need to get some first downs.
Loss of a yard, 3rd and 9. Cofield in the backfield. They snap and flags blow the play dead. The officials whistles that accompany those flags, and we're going to get illegal procedure, and 3rd and 9 becomes 3rd and 14. 5 and 6 last year for the Jags, 3 and 2. They finished second in the Big Six last year. Looking to improve and get above that 500 mark for the year. That's where they've been the last 3 years. Back to pass inside the 5, flips the ball out short, a little screen. It's caught by Hawkins, and Hawkins is going to be snowed under. And between the penalties And after that first play, Coach, looked like they might have a chance to work around that first one, but the last two have gotten them.
Well, right now, Park Hill is not staying blocked. They are getting off of their blocks and to the ball carrier.
And that's something, offensive line play, that the Jags were worried about coming into the year. Corey Jackson, the senior, will stand in his own end zone to punt it away. Snap is good this time. The kick, an end-over-end one. It'll take a Blue Springs South bounce and roll outside the 40 to the 41-yard line, and that's where Park Hill will take over. Not bad field position at all for the Trojans, but 40 yards away from where he was punting from. He was inside his own end zone.
A year ago at this time, we know exactly who would be getting the football on first down right here for Park Hill.
Now, you have to wonder.
That's right.
And we're talking about Matt Harris, who rushed for 1,411 yards and 14 touchdowns. He carried it almost 200 times, 193 times last year. And then you drop off to Dorian Clayton. And young Mr. Clayton is just a sophomore, which meant he carried 74 times on the varsity level, scored 5 touchdowns as a freshman. Rushed for 395 yards. We get the first of what is the water break timeouts. And when you schedule games in August, you're really not expecting to have overcast skies and temperatures in the 70s, which is what we have right now. So it's turning out to be a pretty nice night here this evening. Now through the end of the school year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online when you order, plus an additional 10% will be donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. That's brought to you by Papa John's. Go to papajohns.com and enter promo code BSEF40. That's BSEF40. Mays will get the snap, hand the ball off. That's Clayton, and he gets hit at the line but fights free and will eventually get back to the line of scrimmage before being driven back. So the Jags swarming to the football pretty well.
That's the history of Blue Springs South and those linebackers. They fly to the football, always extremely well coached at the linebacker position.
Kentrez Bell leads a trio of receivers coming to the near side of the field. DJ Johnson is one of them. Along with Parker Sampson, they'll target him, and the pass is incomplete. I said it was Sampson.
We have a flag on the play.
Yeah, it was Kyle Blydenberg who was interfered with as the pass got there. So another penalty, this a defensive hold against the Jags. Opening quarter, 5:33 remaining. No score in the ball game, but it's been played predominantly in the Jags' end of the field. And by that, they're just 30 yards away, 31 yards away from the goal line.
Early penalties have had a big impact on field position.
Mays working out of the pistol. Puts a receiver. The H-back comes into the backfield. They will hand the ball off. Slipping a tackle. Getting to the outside is Clayton. He'll get inside the 25 before being knocked around at the 24-yard line.
Park Hill's H-back is an excellent blocker. He's pretty much of a load coming through there. He's kind of like a tight end, a fullback. When they put him in the backfield in front of that tailback, he's a threat.
Hawkinson on the last stop for the Jags. It's second down and a short 4. They will hand the ball off to Clayton again, and he gets hit around the ankles originally by Blaze Tipton, sophomore linebacker. Doesn't get a whole lot, and it'll bring up third down. Third and a long 3 for Park Hill. And now they're going to bring the running back to the side of Billy Maples, the quarterback. And the snap, the handoff. Clayton is hit, tripped up in the backfield, and then knocked to the ground. A flag is thrown at the end of the play.
Great defense by Park Hill South until the very end.
In on the tackle, Colin West for the Jags. And a face mask against Blue Springs South will give Park Hill a first down. 4:24 remaining here in the first quarter. Our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Buy one, get one free every Tuesday, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers Saturday from 11 to 4 at Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs. Hey, Coach, I think Tony's buying next Tuesday. You and me. We'll have to bring him, too, since he's bringing his wallet. They are delaying as we get things set, both teams at the line, and now they're going to move the chains.
That's our first down of the game, right?
I believe so, and took them a second to get the chains moved. So the ball on the 21-yard line, a man in motion. They will fake the handoff to Johnson going by and then give it to Clayton going up the middle. And you've got to watch DJ Johnson, the sophomore at 5'11", 185 pounds, going on the jet sweep, if you will. And then give it to Clayton, and he takes it right up the middle, picks up 6 yards. Down to the 15, second down and 4. The H-back in the backfield to help block. Clayton is going to get the handoff off tackle and finds the going tough. He'll pick up a couple of more yards at best, but it'll bring up third and short. They have yet to adjust the chains, but he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down.
It's a big play for the defense for Blue Springs South. Need a third down stop right here and see what Park Hill does, kick or go for it.
Well, they've got one of the best kickers. Maples will hand the ball off to Clayton. He'll fight his way forward. He needs to get to the 11-yard line to clearly have the first down.
First big decision of the game.
Adam Cofield and on the stop along with Colin West for the Jags. And you're right, we were talking about the first decision, and it looks like they're going to give it to Parker Sampson, their junior. He was a first-team all-conference, all-district kicker last year. That was as a sophomore. He had 6 field goals last year, along of 43. The snap back, the ball is down to the 19-yard line. A 29-yard field goal try is wide to the left, and the Jags are able to dodge the first bullet of the game, if you will. And we are scoreless, and they'll take the ball at the 20-yard line. Jags football brought to you by CareSpot Urgent Care. They've got 8 locations in the Kansas City area. They're open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. That means you can get care when and where you need it, because life's surprises don't always happen during regular business hours. You can go online at carespot.com.
Big series for Blue Springs South. They need a first down, start getting some field position back.
First down and 10. 2 backs behind Nigro is in the pistol, and the handoff goes to the running back on the left side, Miles Davis. And let's face it, right now, Davis has the bullseye on his back, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain half a yard. We'll call it second down and 10. And this is a pretty good defense that Park Hill throws out there. Graves had 89 tackles, forced a couple of fumbles. He can get after the quarterback. He'll tackle you for a loss. He had 32 of those last year. It's second down and 10, a single man in the backfield, and the handoff is given to Adam Cofield, and Cofield will get outside to the 26-yard line.
I would think you want to know where Graves is when you line up to snap the ball.
I would think so. Cofield, 671 yards and 5 scores last year for the Jags. He's another guy they're keeping an eye on.
Yes.
Riley Moore McKinney comes to the near side. Man coverage with him. And Nigro's going to run the option and keep it. He'll get outside the 25 to the 28, maybe the 29 if they give him progress. But I have a feeling they're going to be looking at 4th down and 2. And that's where they put it down. And again, in to punt it away will be Corey Jackson. We're under a minute to play in a scoreless first quarter. Blue Springs South will be glad to switch ends and get out of this end of the field. Their back has been up against the goal line. Henry back deep to receive the rugby-style punt, and did he get a beauty off. He kicks it out of bounds at the 29-yard line. They're going to say it went out at the 28, but there's a flag on the play, and this is going to be roughing the punter, and it will be an automatic first down for the Jags. This comes with 26.6 seconds left to go in a scoreless first quarter. So Blue Springs South with their first break of the game. Our first quarter brought to you by Rancho Grande Cantina, where every Tuesday is Taco Tuesday. Buy 1 tacos every Tuesday, get 1 free, and you can enjoy half-price appetizers every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Rancho Grande Cantina in Blue Springs.
Big break for Blue Springs.
Blue Springs South will get the ball on the 33-yard line.
Sometimes your offense just needs a little shot in the arm. That may be the shot they've been waiting for.
Riley Moore McKinney, the lone man to the right side, or the near side of the field. Twins go to the left. They'll keep the ball on the ground, and Cofield will take it up the middle and get to the 35-yard line, and that'll be the last play of quarter number 1. We're down to 10 seconds in what has been a scoreless first quarter. They'll look over to the near side. It'll be 2nd down, 8 yards to go from the 35 when we start the second quarter. At the end of 1, no score. Blue Springs South hosting Park Hill. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
Hey, Wildcat and Jaguar fans, get your discounts pumped up with a discount double check from the Blue Springs State Farm agents, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. Call Bob Watson at 229-7878 or Clint Osborne at 229-0083. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Where'd my blue pen?
This is Myron Thomas with your in-game update presented by Foster Dental Care, providing healthy smiles in Blue Springs for over 30 years. Call 228-6988. Online at fosterdentalcare.com. First quarter scores, Belton and Ray-Peck tied at 7. Lee Summit West 14, Liberty 0 in the first quarter. And also in the first quarter, Oak Grove 20, Holden 0. Now let's go back to Rob Evans and Coach Wams at Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium.
No score in the ball game. Blue Springs South has the football at the 35-yard line, and the Jags are going now from right to left here in the second quarter. Brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs at 3210 East Highway 40 in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 224-1100 for CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from here. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. The snap and the handoff on the stretch play, coming to the near side, cutting it upfield at the hash mark. Nigro with the handoff, and Miles Davis finds the going tough once again, but he's going to get a few more yards. And he'll get out to the 37 and bring up 3rd down and 3. So it's 3rd and 5. The 38-yard line. Nigro to pass. He completes it over the middle. It's caught by Bradley Moore McKinney, and he will take it into Park Hill territory at the 45-yard line. First down, Jags.
excellent throw by Nigro on that. Did a great job of getting the ball in there. Knew exactly where that receiver was going to be and did a great job of leading him to get the ball to him.
Park Hill with 27 yards of total offense through the end of the first quarter. The Jags with 13. Playing a little defense here tonight, Coach, on 1st and 10. Play action fake, back to pass, got a man wide open. McKinney with the catch at the 10, the 5, and the touchdown.
Another great throw.
From the 44-yard line, the first points of the year put on the board by the Jags. $10:56 remaining. Here in the second quarter, and the extra point attempt. In to attempt the extra point is Jake Rourke, the junior kicker, and he boots it through. So with 10:56 to go, second quarter, it's the Jags 7, Park Hill nothing. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
Lunar Bowl is a fantastic solution for your club or organization's fundraising efforts. Lunar Bowl has an easy and turnkey fundraising program which has raised nearly $1 million for local groups and organizations. Lunar Bowl will do a great job for you. Lunar Bowl, located at 2001 Northwest 7 Highway in Blue Springs. To book your fundraising event, call Group Sales Manager Tina Short at 816-220-7722. That's 220-7722. On the web at lunarbowl.com. Lunar Bowl is a smoke-free facility.
$10:56 to go here in the first half. Jags have a 7-0 lead. A 44-yard touchdown pass to Briley Moore McKinney.
Great job by the left side of that offensive line. The last two plays, they've kept Graves at bay and kept him out of the backfield.
A high kick. It is into the end zone, and it's not going to be brought out. They don't allow you to do those sorts of things. So it'll go into the end zone for the touchback. The Jags go right through the red zone and in for the touchdown. And with that score, Lunar Bowl will make a donation for the Scores for Scholarships program. We want to say thanks to Gary Cobb, and we invite you to visit Lunar Bowl online at lunarbowl.com. So it's 1st down and 10. Maples will direct the attack out of the pistol, and the handoff, they start to run outside and get the ball to Zach Neal. And they switch up and go with the senior on that particular carry, and he's going to get to the outside, and we'll pick up 5 quick yards. 2nd down and 5 coming up from the 25. Opening moments of quarter number 2, 7-0. The Jags have the advantage. And the fake handoff and the pass is knocked down as Maples tried to flip the ball out of the flat, and that bad boy was knocked down by Isaiah Jackson, the 5'10", 225-pound junior lineman.
He played a lot bigger than 5'10".
He certainly did. So it will bring up 3rd down and 5 yards to go. They'll send twins to each side of the field, a single back, as they run out of the pistol. And he is standing 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Quick look. He's going to swing the ball out long. He's looking for a receiver. He has got a man down the near side. That's Quentin Harris, and Harris will have 1st down yardage and more as he gets all the way down to the Jags' 25-yard line.
Blue Springs South made a defensive secondary adjustment right before the snap of the ball, and all of a sudden they gave up the deep pass. Interesting, they came out of what they went into the play wanting to do.
And could that have been where the mistake was made?
Could be. Maybe didn't get communicated to everybody.
And it's interesting that the play ran right into that. That was not a change of the play at the line as Maples hands it straight ahead. And that looks like Zach Neal. And he will take it from one side of the 25 to the other. Just short of the 24-yard line. And Cofield is in on the stop for the Jags. 205-pound senior running back and linebacker. 9:40 remaining here in the first half. The handoff, once again, not a lot of room there as Cofield makes initial contact as Neal carries the football and climbing out of there after making the stop, making the initial hit and finishing it off is Nick Blair, the junior linebacker. So he gets down to the 23, so on 2 plays, he's picked up 2 yards. And he will line up in the pistol behind Maples, the quarterback. He now looks over to the sideline for yet another play. High snap, fake the handoff, Maples to throw, and down he goes. Briley Moore McKinney shoots through and makes the tackle all the way back to the 34-yard line. And he got through without being touched.
Blue Springs South's defense has risen to the occasion inside the 30-yard line all night.
And they have made it a situation now where, in all likelihood, you go for it simply because you're too far to kick a field goal, but yet you're too close to punt the ball.
You don't gain anything by kicking the ball in the end zone, and high school kickers have great difficulty kicking it out of bounds.
And they're going to go for the wide out this time on the other side, Kentrez Bell. He's a senior, 6'4" and 175 pounds. And Quentin Harris at 6'3" and 170. They got some guys who are going to challenge cornerbacks on this level who are a lot smaller.
They certainly do. They are big on the outside.
The pass incomplete. That turns it over on downs. Jags have it at the 34-yard line. Going right to left here in the second quarter, leading 7-0. Nigro gets the handoff out of the pistol and hands it off. Not a lot of room there for the Jags running backs. That's Cofield, or excuse me, it's Davis. And they had a number of players in the vicinity. Landon Browns was there. In fact, he's going to lose a yard. These guys, they bring some lumber with them, and they lay it to you when they get to you and tackle.
Those 3 young men on the inside are extremely good football players for Park Hill.
Twins to each side. Quick pass. It is a look in, and the pass is incomplete. They were looking for Briley Moore McKinney at the 40-yard line, and the pass was low, and that's very difficult when a receiver's looking in, Coach, to have to go down and catch the ball.
Not what they enjoy doing, that's for sure.
I don't know too many players who like to go across the middle, and Moore McKinney is walking with a little bit of a limp as he heads towards the sideline. And we're going to get an official's timeout until he gets to the sideline. 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. The Jags with a 7-0 lead. Trips go wide to the right. A single man comes to the left side. Will Hughes solo left, and the delayed draw play, and a nice conceal and carry, if you will, Coach. And by that, he concealed the fact that he had the ball and then was able to get to the outside and get close to a first down.
Davon Tyler, one of those nice defensive backs, made a good play to stop the first down from taking place.
And he ends up getting to the 39, just shy of the 40, and still be short of the first down. And back to punt it away will be Jackson. Snap is knee high, and he will get away another beautiful punt. Going back to catch is Henry, and Henry's going to slip a tackler at the 25 and get out of bounds at the 29, almost the 30-yard line. And as I say that, he stepped out back at the 28. So considering the trouble he was in when he caught the ball, a nice return.
Yes, you can see why they would like to not kick the ball to that single receiver.
Preps KC is the ultimate high school football coverage. Check out the website for live scores and all your high school football information. Download the free Preps KC app at the Apple Store or Android Market. We're going to get timeout. This one of those water breaks. 6:42 remaining, first half. Jags 7, Park Hill nothing. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on KCWJ 1030 AM.
Little Sports Shop is proud to be the exclusive provider of 827 Apparel uniforms. Uniforms that are designed by you. 827 Apparel uniforms are 100% custom and 100% sublimated. The sky's the limit. You design it, and Littles can do it. You can also work with our professional graphic artists to design the unique look for your team. You'll also like the price and turnaround time when you order your team's unique uniforms from Little Sports Shop at 1006 Main Street. Call 229-3606. Look sharp with uniforms from 827 Apparel, only at Little Sports Shop.
Rob Evans joined by the Hall of Fame coach, Harold Wamsgans. 7-0 Blue Springs South at Stewart Stadium. Park Hill with the football. Maples is going to fake the handoff and get to the 28-yard line before he is wrapped up. So that first down play will get him a couple, and it'll be second down and 8 yards to go. They really like this guy, sophomore, but yet they're already talking in terms of 3-year starter.
Well, he's a good athlete, and this is a good experience for him. It's going to be a great year. He's got a good surrounding cast.
DJ Johnson gets it on the stretch, and Blue Springs South will string it out, and he's not going to get a whole lot. In fact, he's going to end up losing some yardage all the way back to the 27-yard line. Between the 27 and the 28, so it'll be third down and 11. Ends up losing 3 on the play. And he will come split to the near side. That's DJ Johnson, and now he goes in motion. Maples to pass, swings it on and out, and the pass is going to be caught at the 35-yard line. Kentrez Bell, they're going to be short of the first down. And you can see for a sophomore, this kid has a good, strong arm, Coach.
Yes, and he has good poise.
They put some pressure on him, and he was still able to deliver a nice ball and just a bit short. But that was the way the route was run, and it was designed to be a catch in advance, and he wasn't able to advance. So Parker Sampson will punt the ball away. Malcolm Adair standing back deep, high punt. He'll come up, call for the fair catch, and make the fair catch at the 36-yard line. So the Jags are going to get in pretty good field position, and ever since they got out of that end off to the left, Coach, they got out of the shadow of their own goal line, and they've been able to move the football a little bit and put a touchdown on the board.
It started when we went from the first quarter to the second quarter.
Funny how that works with 4:46 to go, up 7-0. So they've got the ball on the 36-yard line, bring Twins to the near side. They'll send 2 to the far side as well. Single back behind Nigro, and he will fake the handoff, keep it, and then get thrown forward back to the line of scrimmage. At best, no gain.
Both teams' defenses have done an excellent job against the read play. The quarterbacks have had great difficulty trying to make any yards after the read.
Is it because both offenses, as they say, are similar in a lot of different ways?
Probably, yes. Probably do a lot of practicing against themselves, and that's what we're seeing.
Jake Lamb comes split to the near side along with Briley Moore McKinney, who is back out there. The handoff coming to the near side, turning it upfield at the 35, slips a tackle out to the 39-yard line is Cofield. He's tackled, eventually rolled up by Dalton Bassett. 6 foot, 190 pound senior linebacker. So that'll bring up third down, and they still need to get 7 yards for the first. Moore McKinney and Jerome Hawkins go split wide right. 2 receivers come to the near side as well, with Cofield in the backfield with Nigro, who will pass. He'll swing it out. The ball is caught. That's Hawkins. He'll fight towards the first down marker and come up just a bit short at the 45-yard line. So he may be spotted closer to the 46, but they'll still be shy.
He did a great job of trying to make some extra yards after the catch.
Tonight's game brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs, located at 3210 East Highway 40 in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 224-1100 for CarStar Blue Springs. Relax. We'll take it from there. A full yard short of the first down in your own territory, punted away. And they've been getting some good distance. Johnson has on the rugby-style punt.
Coach Oler does not want to put his defense in a bad position here, go for it, end up short, put them on a short field.
And this time they peel back for the return, and the end-over-end punt is caught from the knees at the 20-yard line by Liam Henry. Stay tuned for our halftime show, brought to you by Joe Bowman and the great folks at BR Carpet. For the best in flooring in Blue Springs, call 224-0777 or go online at brcarpet.com. 7-0, Blue Springs South with the lead, 2:26 remaining here in the first half. And Coach, do you continue playing your regular defense with them in poor field position?
I think you do. I think you don't want to give up the big play and be solid. There's the option.
And they're going to get close to 8 yards on the play in the option pitch as Zach Neal takes the ball and picks up the yardage. But what I'm saying, some guys will drop a little further back, play a little softer, and you get in trouble when you do that, don't you?
All of a sudden, they have a couple big plays because you're playing soft, and now you're in your territory defending it with the last 2 minutes to go.
Well, the clock runs, and that's exactly where we are, the 2-minute warning. And the pitch by Maples. He'll throw it out on the flat, and they look like they wanted to throw the ball. DJ Johnson was getting ready. Yeah, he was looking for Zach Neal, who is a good 5 yards behind the defense, but a flag is thrown on the play, and we're going to get, I believe, a hold, but we'll wait and see. The Trojans are walking back towards what they think will be their huddle, a little further back than they originally had planned, and it is a hold against the Trojans. The Sonic Locker Room covers the Cats and Jags throughout the school year. We invite you to tune in to 10:30 a.m. KCWJ every Monday at 5 for the Wildcats edition, and on Tuesday at 5 p.m. for the Jags. You can hear the archive broadcast of the Sonic Locker Room at soniclockerroom.com. So the penalty is going to take the Park Hills all the way back to the 18-yard line, just shy of the 18. And they have to get out to the 31 for a first down. And time is running short. The clock is running with 1:35 to go. No play clock to look at tonight. They're keeping that down on the field. And Maples with 2 backs behind him, and he's going to hand the ball off and slip it to the man going up the middle, and the Jags aren't buying a bit of that. Climbing out of there after making the stop, big number 72, Josh Johnson, 6'2", 265-pound senior, and we're going to get a timeout taken.
Great timeout.
1:20 remaining. 2nd down and 14 for the Trojans. Make it 3rd and 14. Jags up 7-0. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Ready for some Friday night lights? The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of Preps KC and high school football across Kansas City. The third annual McCarthy 2000 is still going strong, and we're well on our way to exceeding our goal and our commitment to raising $20,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You'll find model year and savings on over 2,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs, Lee's Summit, and Sedalia, Missouri.
Rob Evans, Coach Wobbs, back at Blue Springs South. The Jags with a 7-0 lead over Park Hill inside the last 90 seconds of the first half. Man goes in motion. That's Jeremiah Acker, and they will hand the ball off to the running back going straight ahead. It was 3rd down and 14. He's not going to get that much. He'll get out to the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. I believe that's Dalton Clayton. So it will bring up a punting situation. It was either Clayton or Neal. And we will get timeout on 4th down and 9. We will sneak in one more 30-second timeout before the end of the first half. 7-0. Jags about to get the football back. When we return, you're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
Papa John's wants to reward your passion for the Blue Springs School District. Now through the end of the school year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order, plus an additional 10% will be donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. Go to papajohns.com. Enter the promo code BSEF40. That's BSEF40 to receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order and an additional 10% donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. Papa John's supports Blue Springs schools. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Ricky Nichols standing back deep to return the punt as Parker Sampson is back inside his 10 at the 8. Lined up with most of the line split one to each side, trying to keep the return team in motion. And now the snap, a good one. They put a little pressure on, a high punt. It'll bounce the 49, take a Park Hill roll, but right into the hands of the return man, who catches from his knees at the Blue Springs South 45-yard line. So the Jags have it with 1:07 left to go, and Coach Wombs, they've got pretty good field position.
They're in excellent striking position, and we know he can throw the ball down the field. He's done that once already for a touchdown. But this is a good secondary that he's playing against. They've been there and done this. They played a lot last year.
So it's 1st down and 10. Running out of the pistol. And he's going to throw, and then the wraparound handoff goes nowhere. There were 2 guys waiting for it. One of them was Mr. Graves, Chester Graves. And the other guy who was there waiting was Landon Browns. And so that play ends up losing 8 yards. We're down to 40 seconds. The clock is wound and moving. As you see, it hit 40. And the pass on the out is intercepted. It's picked off by Alden Bird. And Bird will return the ball inside the 30, hauled down from behind by one of the receivers. And the first turnover of the day goes to Park Hill, and they're going to have the ball at the 28-yard line with 32.6 seconds left to go. And all of a sudden, Park Hill has an excellent opportunity to get this game tied up going into halftime.
Inside the 30 is where Blue Springs South always plays their best defense, however.
Trips go wide to the left side with a single man to the right. That single man is Quentin Harris. Back to pass. Maples, he's going to run as things broke down quickly, and he will get to the 25-yard line before being wrapped up by a couple of Jags defenders, and now we're going to get another Park Hill timeout with 25.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Jags lead at 7-0, but Park Hill threatening. When we return, you're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hello?
Hi, Eric. This is Terry from Farmers Insurance. Any changes regarding your home or car?
Well, I started carpooling with some friends from work.
No problem. With the extra people in the car, we want you to stay safe. So let me update your liability limits.
Perfect.
Until you close the gaps in your insurance, you could be living dangerously. We'll help you know the gaps and lose all those.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For great rates and outstanding service, contact Blue Springs Farmers agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Proud to bring you the Cats and Jags.
You're listening to exciting high school football driven by the McCarthy Auto Group on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ, Blue Springs, Kansas City. Rob Evans, Coach Wams at Blue Springs South, and Maples back to pass, and down he goes. He is tackled at the 35-yard line, and he
Josh Johnson. Josh Johnson, big play.
He went right through there almost as if he were not touched. And Park Hill is going to take yet another timeout after a loss of 8 yards on the play. The second quarter of tonight's game is brought to you by CarStar Blue Springs, located at 3210 East 40 Highway in Blue Springs. They're the auto body repair experts. Call 224-1100 for KC Auto CarStar. Relax. We'll take it from there. Right now, Coach, you're looking at 3rd down and 15, and you've got the ball at the 32-yard line. They've missed one field goal, but they've got an excellent field goal kicker in Parker Sampson, so you'd like to think you've got an opportunity if you pick up a few yards with 20 seconds left to go, 20.4 to be exact on this play, but they want more than that after getting the ball inside the 30.
I think they want to get him in a position to kick his field goal.
Maples with the screen toss over the middle, and he faked that and then faded back and was trying to get the ball to Quentin Harris, his junior wide receiver, but the ball was closer to a pair of defenders.
Boy, there looked like a lot of offensive linemen downfield, too. There were some 70s down there at the 25-yard line.
Last time I looked, that's not supposed to be what you can do, isn't it? And now the flag is going to be thrown.
This is a big penalty.
And it's like you're wondering what it was for. And with the pass incomplete, you're thinking no matter what it is, and I'm guessing that they talked about it and then realized there were a bunch of linemen downfield. The penalty will be declined, and it was ineligible receiver downfield. Or in this case, several ineligible receivers downfield. So the penalty is declined, and they're on the other side now, talking it over with and explaining to Coach Josh Hood. You're looking at 4th down, and since you pick up nothing on the previous play, you go for it. And what breeze that is blowing, and it's not much, but it's in their face. Maples back to pass. The rush is on. He gets it away downfield, and it is going to be incomplete, knocked down at the goal line. And again, you had a much taller receiver. This was Bell at 6'4", going up against probably a 5'10" or 11 cornerback. And the pass was thrown to where it came down low enough that the corner could get his hands on it.
Plus, he got great help from the safety. They had 2 guys over there. That was a big plus for him because he is in a mismatch height-wise.
So the ball goes over to the Jags on downs with 10 seconds to go. And what do you say they're going to keep this one on the ground, Coach, even though they're in their vanilla set, which is a spread, 2 to each side. And They will hand the ball off. Cofield gets a big hole to run through, and he'll get out over the 40 to the 45, pick up a first down with 4.8 seconds remaining. So Cofield gets out to the 46, and that's going to do it. They'll start the clock, and we have reached halftime. The only score of the game belongs to the Blue Springs South Jaguars. The end of the first half, it's the Jags 7, Park Hill nothing. We'll be back to start our halftime activities. That's all coming up. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 1030 a.m. KCWJ.
Ready for some Friday night lights? The McCarthy Auto Group is a proud supporter of Preps KC and high school football across Kansas City. The third annual McCarthy 2000 is still going strong, and we're well on our way to exceeding our goal and our commitment to raising $20,000 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. You'll find model year and savings on over 2,000 new certified and pre-owned vehicles. The McCarthy Auto Group, with locations in Olathe and Overland Park, Kansas, and Blue Springs, Lee's Summit, and Sedalia, Missouri.
Foster Dental Care is proud to bring you the Cats and the Jags. Located on the South Outer Road in Blue Springs, Foster Dental Care is the outstanding choice for your family's dental care. At Foster Dental Care, you're always welcomed by a very caring and courteous staff that are among the most qualified and experienced dental professionals in the area. Foster Dental Care is the preferred Invisalign provider, the clear alternative for braces. For the very best in general and cosmetic dentistry, call Foster Dental Care at 228-6988, online at fosterdentalcare.com. Foster Dental Care, proud provider of healthy smiles in Blue Springs for 30 years.
VR Carpet is a local family-owned and operated flooring company proud to call Blue Springs home. VR Carpet is your one-stop shop for carpet, vinyl flooring, ceramic tile, laminate, hardwood, and more. You will always work with a courteous, caring, and professional staff at VR Carpet from purchase through installation. Residential or commercial, VR Carpet offers the best prices due to its low overhead, on-site warehouse, and bulk purchasing. For the best in flooring services, make the winning call. VR Carpet at 224-0777 or online at vrcarpet.com.
Lunar Bowl is a great location for team building events and company recreation. Lunar Bowl offers a conference room for business and bowling and the Blue Moon Lounge for fun and relaxation. Take a break from the office and motivate your staff with a fun event at Lunar Bowl. Lunar Bowl, located at 2001 Northwest 7 Highway in Blue Springs. To book your team building event, call Group Sales Manager Tina Short at 816-220-7722. That's 220-7722. On the web at lunarbowl.com. Lunar Bowl, a smoke-free facility.
Looking for a great deal on a new set of wheels? Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union and Enterprise Car Sales has a great deal for your new set of wheels. And Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union will make your first payment up to $350. For more information and details about this outstanding opportunity, call 816-356-0791. That's 356-0791, or visit rlsccu.org to get pre-approved by Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Larry Stewart Stadium. Blue Springs South with a 7-0 lead over Park Hill. We are at halftime. And our Sonic Scholar Athlete of the Week is coming up. Tony Reisinger will have all of that when we continue. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 1030 a.m. KCWJ.
What up, dog? Oh, dog? Really? Because we're eating Sonic hot dogs. That's very predictable, TJ.
Oh, man, looks like you and me got some beef, bro. Premium beef.
Oh, man.
What, you gonna get up in my hood?
Oh, you mean grill?
No, I mean I'm grilling you, dog. 'Cause Sonic's hot dogs is grilled.
Wow, you brought an auto-tuner? That's really predictable.
That's the truth, dog.
With 6 great flavors starting at $1.99, Sonic is America's hot dog headquarters. This is how you Sonic.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium here on the beautiful campus of Blue Springs South High School in Blue Springs, Missouri. It's time now for our Sonic Scholar Athlete of the Week, presented by the great folks at Sonic in Blue Springs. There's 6 of them in the Blue Springs School District. Remember, it's not just good, it's Sonic good. And This week we recognize Jake Lamb. He is the son of Jeff and Gusty Lamb. He has a 4.1 GPA. Member of the varsity football team. Has played 4 years for the Jags, playing football, and is currently free safety and receiver. Jake traveled to Jamaica this summer with several teammates through the 1x1 program and volunteered for the week. Jake is also a 4-year member of the Jaguar baseball team. Jake is enrolled in several college credit classes in addition to pre-AP and advanced placement classes. When Jake is not at school, he enjoys hanging out with his family and friends. College plans: Jake plans to attend a 4-year college or university. His major is undecided, but hopes to continue his athletic career in baseball or football. Congratulations to Jake Lamb, this week's Sonic Scholar Athlete of the Week. Now it's time for us to recognize our Meyer Music Scholar of the Week, presented by the great folks at Meyer Music, who for 50 years have reminded you that making music makes you smarter. And this week we recognize Ellie Glazer. She is the daughter of Louis and Jennifer Glazer. She has a 4.2 GPA. Ellie is involved with Jaguar Pride Marching Band, where she is a drum major. She plays the flute and cymbals. Ellie participates in the pep band and winter percussion. She was the flute section leader in 2014. She is a member of the Modern Language Club, played soccer for the Jags for 2 seasons. Ellie challenges herself academically with several advanced placement and college credit courses. When Ellie has some time to do other things, she enjoys spending time with her friends and family. Ellie plans to attend a 4-year college or university and major in pre-pharmacy. Congratulations to Ellie Glazer, this week's Sonic Scholar Athlete. The Meyer Music Scholar of the Week. And now it's time for us to recognize someone in the community with a Community Credit Report, presented by the great folks at Raytown Lease Summit Community Credit Union, located just south of 40 Highway on Highway 7. Check them out online, rlsccu.org. And we want to recognize our play-by-play guy for the past 10 years. Dale Carter did a great job for us here on Vision Sports, 10 years. And during that 10-year span, won 10 Missouri Broadcasters Association's awards. And he's truly a true Blue Springs. He believes Blue Springs. So thank you to Dale Carter as we recognize you with the Community Credit Report from Raytown Lee Summit Community Credit Union. Let's go down to the field and listen to the Jaguar Pride Marching Band. Jaguar Pride Marching Band. They do such a great job, directed by Ken Hansen. 7-0 is the score here at Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium. This is a presentation of Vision Sports.
It's time to start school band and orchestra. Give your child the tools for success by renting your quality instrument from Meyer Music. Meyer Music carries all the top brands of school-approved band and orchestra instruments, as well as the books and accessories you need to start the school year. Meyer Music celebrating its 50th year of renting and selling instruments in the Kansas City area. Come in and check out their affordable rent-to-learn and purchase programs. Make Meyer Music your choice for all your musical needs. And remember, at Meyer Music, making music makes you smarter.
Hi, this is Blue Springs attorney David Zeiler of the Zeiler Law Firm, reminding you that this broadcast is a presentation of Vision Sports and the Blue Springs School District, who thank you for tuning in. This broadcast is made possible by sponsorship of over 30 local businesses and organizations proud to support our schools and community. Please note who these sponsors are and consider them in your local purchases. The Zeiler Law Firm is located at 2008 Northwest South Outer Road in Blue Springs, Missouri. Call us at 988-7215 or visit us online at zeilerlawfirm.net.
There he goes! He's running through traffic. He'll be hard to stop. But wait, his tank's on empty. He makes a cut into Quick Trip. With cat-like moves, he's at the pump. He inserts his Chopper Shopper rewards card. The fuel price goes down a nickel, down a dime, 15, 20. Price Chopper scores him 25 cents a gallon.
Score some savings at Price Chopper and never pay full price on gas again.
Price Chopper, fresher ways to save.
CareSpot Urgent Care is open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. CareSpot provides care for many common illnesses and minor injuries, and also provides wellness care services like physicals, immunizations, and health screenings. At CareSpot, you will experience same-day service without the expense of an ER visit for non-life-threatening issues. CareSpot offers online and mobile options to schedule your appointment. You can also call ahead, which means less time in the lobby. CareSpot has 8 convenient locations, including Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Raytown, and Leewood. Visit them online at carespot.com.
Welcome back to Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium here on the campus of Blue Springs South High School. 7-0 is the score. Time for us to take a look at the numbers presented by the great folks at Reinhardt and Kovacs CPAs. Reinhardt and Kovacs CPAs, the new sponsor. Thank them very, very much. And in the first half, the score is 7-0. Blue Springs South scored on a 44-yard touchdown pass from Nigro to Briley Moore McKinney, and that made it 7-0. Total yardage here in the first half. Park Hill with 104 yards of total offense. Blue Springs with 93. There were no fumbles. There was one interception by both Park Hill and Blue Springs South. Penalty-wise, 2 for Park Hill and for 15 yards, and 4 for Blue Springs South for 35 yards. When we come back, we'll have our interview with one of our great sponsors, and he's Daniel Collinsworth with Papa John's. This is a presentation of Vision Sports.
Numbers, numbers, numbers. In football, a touchdown is 6 points. The team with the most points wins. If you're looking for a winning number to call for a great accountant for your business or personal needs, call Reinhardt and Kovacs at 427-5645. Reinhardt and Sarah Kovacs are ready to prepare a winning game plan for you or your business. Reinhardt and Kovacs, CPA. They're located at 2012 Northwest South Outer Road. Call 427-5645 or online at reinhardtcpas.com.
Hello?
Hi, Eric. This is Terry from Farmers Insurance. Any changes regarding your home or car?
Well, I started carpooling with some friends from work.
No problem. With the extra people in the car, we want you to stay safe, so let me update your liability limits.
Perfect.
Until you close the gaps in your insurance, you could be living dangerously. We'll help you know the gaps and lose all those.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For great rates and outstanding service, contact Blue Springs Farmers agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Proud to bring you the Cats and Jags.
WeatherTech Roofing is proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. WeatherTech Roofing is locally owned and operated and has built a great reputation for its exceptional work and customer satisfaction. Highly respected and often recommended by insurance professionals, WeatherTech Roofing is fully bonded and insured. Our clients know they are fully covered and protected. Contact the experts at WeatherTech Roofing for a free roof inspection. Call 228-2005. That's 228-2005. Online at WTechRoofing.com.
Hey, it's Dale, and for years I used to try and put up my own Christmas lights. It was laughable at best. And then I met a guy named Scott Shippey. He's with Cutting Edge Lawn, and they do custom hanging of Christmas lights. They provide the lights, they install, they take them down, and they store them for next year. And Scott is very creative. He'll come up with a light display that will make you the envy of the neighborhood. Visit them on the web at cuttingedgelawn.net, or you can reach them at 816-220-3714. That's 816-220-3714 or cuttingedgelawn.net. And when you call him, make sure you tell him I sent you.
Welcome back to the BR Carpet Halftime Show. Our guest tonight is Daniel Collinsworth, the Operations Vice President for Papa John's. And
And Daniel, I want to first thank you so much for your support of high school football here in Blue Springs, but not just in Blue Springs, but across the entire Kansas City Metro. This past summer, you were the title sponsor of the Kansas versus Missouri All-Star Game, which was the Papa John's Kansas versus Missouri All-Star Game. And last year, we did a program here in Blue Springs with high school football and the two high schools during Community Unity Week, which raised over $3,000 for the Blue Springs Community Services League, helping many families in eastern Jackson County. And we got a great program going on this year that spans the entire school year. Tell us about this program that we're doing in Blue Springs this year.
Hey, thanks, Tony. I really appreciate the time. And, yeah, we're really excited to announce our support of the Blue Springs Education Foundation this year. And this year, during the school year, any customer who goes online to papajohns.com and enters promo code DS for Blue Springs, EF for Educational Fund 40, will save 40% on their order. So again, that promo code you'd enter in is DSEF40, and we're going to give you 40% off the order for any customer in the city who enters that code, and then 10% of the total of the order is going to be donated back to Blue Springs Education Foundation. So we're really excited about our partnership this year and really looking to kick it off and be able to really help the community in Blue Springs and Education Foundation.
And I'm glad you stated that in Kansas City, so any people who are alumni of Blue Springs High School, Blue Springs South High School, or the Blue Springs School District, anywhere in the Kansas City Metro, they can put in BSEF40. They'll save 40% off on their Papa John's order, and then 10% of that order will go to the Blue Springs Education Foundation, correct?
That's that.
You know, Daniel, why is it that Papa John's gets involved in not just Blue Springs, but all the communities that it serves?
Tony, thanks for asking me that. And giving back to the communities is a key principle we live by here at Papa John's. I was born and raised here in Kansas City, and this is one of the most, if not the most generous and giving communities anywhere. I'm really just thankful and proud that we're able to give back and support the communities we live and work in, and every day we're trying to think about how we can give back to the community.
And, and Papa John's does it so much. I mean, last year it was just during a 3-week period that, Papa John's, by people going online, and it's so easy to do with the promo code they put into papajohns.com, raised over $3,000. And this year we believe that there's going to be thousands upon thousands of dollars because it goes for the entire school year. So everyone just go online at papajohns.com and enter BSEF40. BSEF40. You'll save 40%, and you'll be raising some great funds for the Blue Springs Education Foundation. Daniel Collinsworth, Operations Vice President for Papa John's, thank you so much for what you do for all the communities, and thanks for what you do for us here in Blue Springs.
Thanks for having me.
Hi, this is Tony Reisinger for CarStar Blue Springs, located at 3210 West 40 Highway. Over the past 18 months, I have utilized the outstanding services of CarStar Blue Springs on 3 occasions. Each visit was expedient and worry-free. The friendly and professional staff at CarStar Blue Springs took care of all the details and had a rental vehicle ready when I arrived. When it comes to auto body repair, I always recommend CarStar Blue Springs. Call 220-1100, online at carstarbluesprings.com. CarStar Blue Springs, relax. We'll take it from here.
Sinclair's Restaurant would like to say thank you, Blue Springs, for making our first year outstanding. Sinclair's proudly offers a fantastic menu featuring unique entrees, appetizers, and desserts, a chef's special, as well as an amazing Sunday brunch, and a lunch menu with a 15-minute guarantee, or your next lunch is free. Sinclair's Restaurant at 1402 Northwest 7 Highway in Blue Springs. Call 224-3811. Proud to be in Blue Springs, and like you, cheers for the Cats and Jags.
In 2011, 23% of all traffic collisions involved cell phones. That's 1.3 million crashes. Text messaging makes a crash 23 times more likely. Please don't text and drive. A message brought to you by your friends and neighbors at Myers Funeral Chapel, 1600 Main Street in Blue Springs. Proud to call Blue Springs home. Proud to support the Blue Springs School District and the Blue Springs community. Myers Funeral Chapel, family owned and operated. 229-3276. on the web at MyersFuneralChapel.com. Papa John's wants to reward your passion for the Blue Springs School District. Now through the end of the school year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order, plus an additional 10% will be donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. Go to papajohns.com. Enter the promo code BSEF40. That's BSEF40 to receive 40% off your entire regular menu price online order and an additional 10% donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. Papa John's supports Blue Springs schools. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Welcome back to the start of the second half. The second half kickoff brought to you by The Cutting Edge. Call Scott Shippey at 220-3714 for outstanding lawn and tree care, landscaping, and custom hanging of your Christmas lights. Go online at cuttingedgelawn.net. Rob Evans, Coach Wams back at Larry Stewart Stadium. The Jags will kick it away. They lead it 7-0 as we start the second half. And twin receivers back deep for Park Hill. Approaching the football, and the kick is high. It is far. It is gone out of the end zone. It'll be a touchback, and Park Hill will take it on the 20-yard line. The third quarter is brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agents, Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Call Kevin or Jake to ensure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Farmers Insurance gets you back where you belong. Coacher, the first half of this game was kind of played like an opening week game between two pretty good football teams.
Two good football teams first week. Second half is going to depend upon whose offensive line steps up.
At the 20-yard line, first down and 10, Billy Maples running out of the pistol. He's got a man in motion. He'll come and line up from a receiver spot. They'll fake to a running back, flip the ball out to the wide receiver, and the catch is made. And first down yardage is achieved by Kentrez Bell. They have not been able to get their playmakers involved outside of the running backs here in the first half, and right away they're able to do so as we get an official's timeout. And the ball is going to be out to the 35-yard line, so they pick up 15 quick yards. So we get a quick timeout. And I'm looking to see, because Phil Stompoli said this was on him. We had athletic trainers out there momentarily, but the defense out on the field. The offense takes a quick moment to gather along the far side, and now they're ready to go once again. Twins to each side of the field, and the handoff goes to the running back, and right away, 20 yards on 2 plays. A pass play to Bell, and then Zach Neal, the senior running back, takes it straight ahead for 5 more, and that'll bring up second down and 5. But they've made some adjustments, and I think one of them was in attitude in terms of their blocking better.
Well, that front 5 has 4 seniors on it who played a lot last year, so they know how to get things done.
Neal comes to the near side, hit behind the line, breaks a tackle, gets out over the 45, tumbles to the 50-yard line, and is run out of bounds shy of the 50 at the 49.
You're not going to bring the skill people of either one of these teams down unless you get your feet moving on contact, because they're going to get away from that first hit.
So Neal with the carry. They've got the ball at the 49-yard line. And the quick pitch after a fake comes out to the wide receiver to the near side. And that is Quentin Harris. And Harris is going to take it into Blue Springs South territory, get inside the 40, and be down to the 37-yard line. So they have gone from their 20 to the Jags 37 quickly. And that was just a quick toss out to the receiver, and they've run that twice now, once to Bell and then the other time to Harris.
And they want to put their skilled people out in the open and let their athleticism be a factor. Blue Springs South's going to have to get more people to the ball.
At the near hash mark, Harris comes solo to the short side of the field. Acker into the backfield to block, and the handoff to Neal. And he's going to get to the 35-yard line. So he'll pick up a couple of yards, 2nd down and 8. In on the stop for the Jags is Nick Mann, a 230-pound senior lineman. Twins to both sides, and Maples is going to run the option. It was a slow developing option, but a big hole allows him to take it inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. And all of a sudden, 3rd down, 4 yards to go for the first, close to 5. So he ends up picking up 3 yards on that play.
And they're at that decision point is, do we think we can use 2 downs to get a first down, or are we going to have to get it on the 3rd down or have to kick?
Trips go wide to the left. Harris to the near side. They're going to give the ball on the around to Neal, and he's going to get a first down inside the 20, tackled at the 15-yard line. And they're making the secondary people make the tackles now for Blue Springs as Colin West is in on the stop.
Blue Springs South second-level defensive people have to step up right here inside the 20-yard line.
And the handoff to Neal. He slips a tackle and gets inside the 15 to about the 13 before he is driven back. So West again on the stop, and in fact they keep them from gaining as much as I thought. They did get 2 down to the 14. Trips wide to the left side of the wide side of the field. They will hand the ball off to Neal. Coming to the near side. He slips a tackle, gets inside the 10, down to the 9. He stopped, waited for the defense to run by, Coach, and then was able to power ahead.
He's one of those young men who has the ability to go east and west and then get going north and south on the first step.
8:35 remaining here in quarter number 3. The Jags up 7-0, but Park Hill threatening to get on the board. It's 3rd down, and a flag is going to fly. They'll blow the play dead before it gets started. And that will cost the Trojans 5 as they are guilty of illegal procedure. CarStar Blue Springs is the preferred auto body repair facility of Vision Sports. Tell them you love Blue Springs when your vehicle is being repaired there, and they'll make a donation to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. CarStar Blue Springs. Call them at 224-1100. 3rd and 9 now after the procedure penalty. And a single man wide to the left. A lot of room. They're going to throw a slant pattern in. The ball is tipped away, incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down and 9 from the 16-yard line.
Good play by that cornerback of Blue Springs South breaking up that pass.
Is that a red flag, though, when you see a playmaker isolated one-on-one with a lot of room to work?
And look how big he is. He's got some advantages, but that was a great play by the corner.
That was Kentrez Bell at 6'4". And about 180 pounds, isolated on Jerome Hawkins, all 5'9", 160. And Hawkins made a pretty good play. This time they got Trips out that way. They send Johnson out there as well. They're going to run the fade deep into the end zone. One-on-one, leaping, and the ball is knocked away by Hawkins once again. And even if it were caught, he would have been out of bounds.
I think so.
So, on a 4th down play, the Jags defense able to hold. The 3rd quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agents Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Call Kevin and Jake to ensure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Farmers Insurance gets you back where you belong. And the football into the hands of the Jags for the first time. 7:58 remaining in the 3rd. They're going to send Twins to each side of the field. From the near hash mark, one of the men on the wing or in the slot, I should say, shifts into the backfield to get the handoff, but there's not a lot of running room there. That was Hawkins, and he'll get a yard, possibly two. It's just been very difficult to run up the middle for Blue Springs South.
That's because that front four for Park Hill has got some athletic players who have big size and good quickness.
You know, we were talking about the athletes that they have, and most of them are on the defensive side of the ball. Cofield, the setback, and Nigro will give the handoff to Cofield, and he'll dance outside the 20 to about the 23-yard line. He's going to pick up close to 5 yards on the play. And that's as good a run going up the middle as the Jags have had.
It's a big third down right here.
They're going to be looking at third down and 3 yards to go. Long 2, short 3. Under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter, 7-0, Blue Springs South. They're going to bring Hawkins to the near side along with Briley Moore McKinney. Cofield is in the backfield, and they're going to hand the ball off coming around the near side to Miles Davis, and Davis is going to get stopped short of the first down. In fact, he may get stopped short of the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up a punting situation. So Park Hill continues to bring the defense. Well, we've raved about their defense, but the Jags have been that much better.
They really have. They've stepped up and kept them out of the end zone, that's for sure.
Back to punt it away. Corey Jackson. Snap is knee high. The rugby-style punt. Angles to the far side. Bounces to the 49 on the Blue Springs South side. Kicks over to the 49 on the Park Hill side of the field. And that's where it's down, and that's where the Park Hill Trojans will take over 1st and 10 with 5:54 left to play here in the third quarter. One thing I like about opening nights of the season, we're seeing a much cleaner football game than but this time of year than we normally would see in terms of the football on the field. But we've had some pterodactyl hunters in here in our booth, and we've needed them tonight.
Yeah, they certainly have. They're keeping you on your toes anyway.
They scared me half to death in the first half. I thought I was seeing one of those Tyrannosaurus Rexes with wings in here. Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and also are vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember, be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message brought to you by your friends at Vision Sports and the Missouri State High School Activities Association and Little Sports Shop. Rob Evans, the Hall of Fame coach, Coach Harold Wamsgans with us from Stewart Stadium on the campus of Blue Springs South. The Jags with a 7-0 lead. Park Hill getting the football for the second time, and Johnson will carry on the stretch play, lining up as a receiver, coming to the near side, taking the handoff, and going from one side of midfield to the other. So it'll be a gain of 2. Second down and 8. 5.5 minutes left to play here in quarter number 3. 7-0, Blue Springs South. The Jags scoring their only touchdown, Coach, on that 44-yard touchdown pass to Briley Moore McKinney.
Excellent throw and catch and great protection.
Sophomore quarterback Billy Maples is going to hand the ball off, coming to the near side off tackle. Big hole for Dorian Clayton, the sophomore, inside the 45 down to the 43. So that's going to be very, very close to first down yardage. It'll be third down and short, about a yard, less than 2. So a pickup of 7, and Bell goes wide left along with Jeremiah Acker and DJ Johnson. They've got trips that way. And the handoff straight ahead. Hit from behind is Clayton, but not before he picks up the first down. Getting him from behind, hitting him in the numbers is Camden Sprouse, a 6'3 junior linebacker. So it'll be a first down for Park Hill at the 39-yard line. Going left to right. They're in the white with red and black trim, black football pants, and Maples is going to run the option. And the hole that was open the last time they ran this play closes up quickly, and he may get a yard at best. It'll be second down and 9, going from one side of the 39 to the other.
Good pursuit from the backside by the Jaguar defense. They were ready for the cutback from the quarterback.
And when we say that, running the option, probably a misnomer because it looks like it's a quarterback keeper.
It could be called run or pitch.
The handoff, they will fake the handoff. The quarterback is hit as he throws. It is caught by Bell, and Bell is going to be swarmed under at the far hash mark at the 38, so he gains a yard. But Maples, after he fakes the ball, got hit by a pretty good charge by the defensive line.
They're doing a good job up front on the Jaguar defense right here.
So it'll bring up third down and 9. We're down to 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Jags up 7-0. They're going to send Bell wide to the left. Acker's out there along with Johnson. And then bring a man in motion. That's Acker. Maples to throw. He's in trouble, and he's going to go down back at the 40-yard line.
Great pressure by the Jaguar defense.
And climbing out of there after getting in on the stop is Isaiah Jackson, the junior defensive lineman. 5'10", 2 1/4 is what he's listed as, and he's gotten in there twice now and gotten to the quarterback. So it'll bring up a fourth down, 4th and 11. So they lost a couple of yards on that particular play, and they're going to send a man deep. Ricky Nichols is standing at the 10-yard line. Anything over his head, they'll let it go, and the punt is a pooch kick that is going to bounce at the 25 and roll inside the 20 and come to a halt at the 15-yard line. So Parker Sampson not really tying into one because he could have kicked it to the moon, but chose not to. And a procedure penalty is going to be called on Park Hill, and Blue Springs South may have him punted over.
Yep.
Simply because you can't do any worse, or you can do a lot better than where they're at.
You bet. He got that ball inside the 15-yard line. That's pretty good.
Blue Springs South and Vision Sports committed to the Buy Blue Springs campaign. We do business with our sponsors and encourage you to consider our sponsors when you're in need of their products or services. It's so important to buy local. Please remember to buy Blue Springs. We do at Vision Sports. So move it back 5 yards, close to the 45. Still in Jags territory. And Parker Sampson will kick it away again, this time a little bit harder. A high kick. Nichols comes up. The ball bounces at the 20 and then takes a jackrabbit hop back towards where it came from and is downed on the 25, between the 25 and the 26-yard line, so they gained 6 out of it.
They gained some field improvement. There's no question about that.
So with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, the Jags have the football. Our third quarter is brought to you by your Farmers Insurance agents, Kevin Hornick and Jake Greco. Call Kevin or Jake to ensure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Farmers Insurance gets you back where you belong. Twins to each side. The vanilla set for the Jags, and the handoff on first down. The runner is being swarmed just outside the hash mark on the far side. Coming out of there after the carry is Caleb Hutzel, senior running back, picks up a yard, and it'll be second down and 9. And, you know, being a big guy, Coach, I was worried a little bit about Achilles Griffin, this 6'1", 260-pound senior lineman who was down away from the pileup of where the play was, but he hops up and is okay. And Nigro will throw the ball going deep, and he just unloads, and he was under duress. There chasing him was Chester Graves, and that's all right, pal. I'd unload that thing and get out of Dodge as well if I had Chester Graves after me.
I think their evaluation that Chester Graves may be a Division I prospect is a good evaluation. He can run.
That's kind of like saying Yordano Ventura has a good fastball.
Yeah.
Or Peyton Manning might make the Hall of Fame someday. To say that he's a Division I prospect is in those terms. It is 3rd down and long. Back to pass. He will fire the pass complete at the 40-yard line. That'll be good for a first down. And that pass was caught by DJ Frost, sophomore receiver. So that play good to the 40 and a first down, the initial first down of the second half. And it comes with a minute 21 left to go here in the third quarter. Jags up by a 7-0 score, and they're going to bring 3 receivers to the near side. And a lone setback. Nigro is going to hand the ball to that lone setback coming to the near side. Hutzel will not get back to the line of scrimmage, and Graves is standing over him, but he's not the guy who made the tackle. The guy who did, Desmond Sturgis, a senior, defensive end, 235-pound senior.
Good containment by Park Hill's defense. They are able to contain the speed right now coming from east and west.
And Graves is a big part of that, playing on the end on the near side. 2nd down and 11. Ball on the 39-yard line. The handoff goes to Hutzel, and he'll fight his way back to the 40. Sturgis is there along with Dalton Bassett for Park Hill. We're down to 25 seconds left to go in the quarter, and I don't believe the Jags have to snap the football anymore here in the third quarter. They lead it 7-0, but it looks like they're going to with 13 seconds left. Twins to each side of the field. Hutzel the setback. And Nigro to pass. Graves getting blocked well. That allows Nigro to get away. He's going to keep it 45-50 out of bounds. First down. And a flag is thrown on the end of the play with no time remaining on the clock.
That was a good job by the Blue Springs South offensive left tackle. He did a good job of staying with his block. Graves got in there, got his hand on him, but he was still being blocked and couldn't finish the job.
And a personal foul on the end of the play. So not only do they get a first down, but they're going to get 15 extra yards on top of the end of the play, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's Blue Springs South 7, Park Hill nothing. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Hey, Wildcat and Jaguar fans, get your discounts pumped up with a discount double check from the Blue Springs State Farm agents, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. Call Chad Smith at 229-1037 or Steve Shipman at 228-6696. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. This is Myron Thomas with your in-game update presented by Foster Dental Care, providing healthy smiles in Blue Springs for over 30 years. Call 228-6988, online at fosterdentalcare.com. Third quarter score, Staley 28, Blue Springs 0. Also in the third quarter, Belton 28, Ray Peck 27. And at the half, Lee Summit West 21, Liberty 9. Now let's go back to Rob Evans and Coach Wams at Larry Stewart Memorial Stadium.
Thank you very much, Myron. As we get set to go into the fourth quarter, I think, Coach, there's some difference of opinion as to where the ball should go, but no doubt about it, it's not going to stay at midfield.
No.
And the Jags, for the first time going left to right, are going to be in Park Hill territory. You remember the first quarter, they spent backed up by their own goal line, and once they were able to turn field position early in the second quarter, got the 44-yard touchdown pass from Nigro to Briley Moore McKinney. Now the ball is going to be on the 36-yard line, and the Jags will have it. First down and 10 with 12 minutes of football left to play on opening night of the 2015 high school football season. Good to have you with us. Ball on the far hash mark. Jags going left to right. Twins to the right, single man left, and Hutzel straight up the middle. He's to the 20, 15, 10, 5, and down at the 5-yard line. The best run of the day, and the tackle probably a touchdown-saving tackle by Brent Woods in the defensive secondary for Park Hill.
I think you said it exactly right. That was the best run of the day by either team.
And it's first down and goal from the 5-yard line for the Jags as we get into the red zone. That's brought to you by U.S. Bank Investments Advisor Eric Sporing. You want to provide for your children's education or prepare for a comfortable retirement, give Eric a call at 655-3065. First and goal from the 5-yard line. Out of the pistol. Nigro coming to the near side. It's a called run, and he is going to get plowed under as he gets to the 4. Graves coming over the top to finish off the tackle. The fourth quarter is brought to you by the great folks at Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. Proud to serve the Blue Springs community. Into the lineup for Blue Springs, they're going to bring Camden Sprouse in, get a little more size in there. We also have a penalty flag, and the penalty declined. So it'll bring up second down and goal from the 4. I said 4, it's the 8-yard line, as they ended up losing 3 yards. And Nigro's going to duck under center and hand the ball off to Cofield, who gets inside the 5, down to the 3-yard line. Good determined run by Adam Cofield. And he's going to be down close, probably a couple of yards away, and it'll bring up third down and goal. Short 3, a long 2.
Great change by Blue Springs South, putting the quarterback under center, putting the fullback in the game, down inside the 5-yard line.
And interesting that the center exchange went well, because that's the first time they've been under center in this season in this game, and they did not have a problem. They will do the same thing. Line up once again. Cofield, the tailback. Nigro, the handoff, and he powers his way in for the score. A 3-yard run from Adam Cofield with 10:13 to go in the game, and the Jags lead 13-0.
Great job by the people up front on Blue Springs' South offensive line.
So now they'll look for the extra point kick. Jake Rourke in, the junior extra point kicker, knocks it down with 10:13 remaining in the game. It's the Jags 14, Park Hill nothing. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Little Sports Shop, located at 1006 Main Street, can make your team look sharp. Little's carries a range of great custom uniforms that will fit into anyone's budget. Apparel from top names like Adidas, Russell, Rawlings, Under Armour, and more. Little's is also your locally owned one-stop shop for any equipment and accessories that you, your team, or your league would need. Your team will always look great in uniforms from Little Sports Shop. Call 229-3606. Little Sports Shop, proud to bring you the Cats and Jags.
Coach Wams, you got to be happy with the way the Jags jumped in under center, got in there, had a fullback in the game, little old-time offense there.
And we know, as we heard at the very beginning, that this is their number 2 quarterback for Blue Springs South tonight, as they had an injury to their number 1 center during the week.
Yeah. The kickoff is high, and it will be caught at the 8-yard line and returned by D.J. Johnson. He's got a head of steam, and he's into the clear, but the hole closed quickly as he got to the 40, and he's tackled at the 49-yard line. So D.J. Johnson, the young sophomore wide receiver, slot back, whatever you want to call him, he can return kicks and he can fly. He gets it out to the 49-yard line. So they're 51 yards away from pay dirt. First down and 10, but now they're down 2 scores.
And you know the thing that they're talking about on their sideline and their coaching staff is don't panic. We just need to take this drive, put a score on the board.
And they've got 10 minutes and 4 seconds. Maples will flip the ball out. The pass is caught by Bell, and Bell takes it into Jags territory, and he's going to be tackled as he gets to the 46-yard line. So he's going to pick up 5 yards, second down and 5. But the clock continues to run. Running out of the pistol, going right to left. The handoff will be given, and a big hole going off tackle. They get around the left side, and Zach Neal is going to take it inside the 40 down to the 36, just shy of the 35-yard line. And quickly they've gone from their own 49 to the Jags 35. First down and 10, they'll move the chains. Blue Springs South trying to get their defense set, and one thing they've done is they've picked up the pace at which they're running their offense. The handoff, and this time Neal is caught from behind, but we're going to get a penalty flag thrown. And coming out of there after making the tackle is Adam Cofield. Did he horse collar him or did he face mask him? He face masked him.
Yeah. It's amazing how penalties have played a big part of this football game in field position.
But, you know, we talked about how it was rather cleanly played. We've had 1 turnover, but there have been some mistakes made via the penalty, and this is a big one that will cost the Jags and put the ball down to the 21-yard line. So the face mask penalty. 9:23 remaining in the game. Neal is the setback beside Maples as they work out of the pistol. Acker is on the wing. They've got twins to the right side. They're going to look for Harris, and they will find him. He catches the ball at the 16-yard line, ridden out of bounds, and a penalty flag is thrown. So Quentin Harris with the catch. Riley Moore McKinney there. Cofield was there as well. Now let's see what the penalty is. Phil Stompoli wears the white hat, comes over and says, personal foul, Blue Springs South. You know, early in games, I don't necessarily on the defensive side of the ball mind things like that, but now you're in the fourth quarter with a 2-score lead, and you've given them 30 yards. You've got to back off a little bit in terms of trying to attack defensively.
And you've got to know where you are and what the situation is.
So it's first down and goal from the 8-yard line as they go half the distance. Harris split wide to the right. Linebacker shows blitz. Maples will check the play and hand it off to the running back going straight ahead, and it looks like Neal ran into his own man as he picks up a couple of yards, maybe a yard at best. He'll be down to the 7. It'll be second and goal from that point. Jags leading at 14-0, 8:45 remaining in the game. Second down and goal from the 6-yard line. Acker will line up now on the right side in the slot. And come in motion and set up in the backfield. He's been all over the place. The handoff to Neal, and Neal gets tackled in the backfield. And a penalty flag is thrown once again. The initial hit for the Jags, Hunter Jenkins, the senior linebacker.
That was an excellent tackle.
Now we await the results of the penalty flag, and our official says personal foul. That's the third. And I think the Jags sideline is wondering, okay, I could see one, the first one, I could see the second one, but it's tackle football, and that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
But then I guess you don't know what could be said, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. And one of the guys on the lines on the side go in and Everybody will regroup. The officials in a group, one protecting the ball, the other 4 officials talking to each other. Park Hill's offense talks, and now Blue Springs South will come to the sideline defensively. And we will take a break with 8:21 remaining in the game. The Jags 14, Park Hill nothing. Park Hill knocking on the door there in the red zone when we return. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports and KCWJ.
You know what? Is it 3rd and goal?
Yeah.
Is it 3rd and goal?
Yes, from the 4.
How can it be 3rd and goal?
Are we off?
Through U.S. Bancorp Investments, member FINRA, SIPC, an investment advisor and brokerage subsidiary of U.S. Bancorp and affiliate of U.S. Bank.
Jags take a timeout as we return. Park Hill with the football inside the 5, down at the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. $8:21 remaining in the game. 14-0, Blue Springs South with the lead. Waiting for the timeout to expire. Both teams are ready. Both teams cooling their jets at the line of scrimmage. Neal is standing one step behind and off to the right of sophomore Billy Maples for Park Hill. The snap is a good one. He'll keep it. He'll get hit at the 5, fight his way to the 3, and he's driven back. That was a group effort by the Blue Springs South defense, Coach.
Big play. This is a huge play, obviously, at this time of the game. 4th and goal.
4th down and goal, and Park Hill is going to grab a timeout.
Good timeout by Park Hill.
The 4th quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel. Locally owned, family operated. Proud to be part of the Blue Springs community. The friendly staff at Myers Funeral Chapel reminds you that texting and driving is dangerous for everyone on the road. Please do not text and drive. Now through the end of the school year, receive 40% off your entire regular menu priced online order, plus an additional 10% will be donated back to the Blue Springs Educational Foundation. All brought to you by Papa John's. Go to papajohns.com and enter promo code BSEF40. That's BSEF40. 14-0. 7:59 remaining. Biggest play of the game right here, Coach.
Without a doubt.
And they're going to load up in the backfield with 2 guys running out of the pistol. Maples, play action fake, floats it long, flag is thrown, and the receiver who makes the catch, Chester Graves, lining up as a receiver, catches the ball but is out of bounds, and now a hold is called defensively on Blue Springs South.
Whoa, my goodness. Penalties have been a big factor in this.
That's 4 majors.
Yeah.
4 big ones on this drive. And this one's going to cost them in that 4th down was out of bounds. So you'll go half the distance to the goal, and all of a sudden, instead of throwing the fade to the big guy, you can load up, put a man on the wing. They go double tight, and they're going to run the ball. The handoff is given to Dorian Clayton, and he's in for the touchdown. So Clayton from 2 yards out, and it puts the Trojans in a chance to, you could either kick it and be down by a touchdown and an extra point, or you could go for 2 where 6 would tie and 7 would win.
I think we'll see them kick it.
So you kick it, and then if it becomes a decision to be made, you push that decision a little further down the road.
Right.
So the extra point coming with 7:47 remaining here in the ball game. Snap back, the ball down. Sampson boots it up, and it's good. The extra point attempt is good. 7:47 remaining in the game. It's the Jags 14, Park Hill 7. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
A minor adjustment is a trusted choice for your chiropractic care and acupuncture needs in Blue Springs and eastern Jackson County. Dr. Andy Minor and his caring staff are ready to assist you for body aches and pains, sports injuries, or if you've been injured in an automobile accident. A minor adjustment has 2 convenient locations to serve you. Downtown at 801 West Main Street. Call 228-5522. And inside Club 7 Fitness at 1241 Southwest 7 Highway. Call 224-3790. Online at aminoradjustment.net.
7 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in this ball game. 14-7. Blue Springs South with the advantage. Our fourth quarter of the ball game is brought to you by the great folks at Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. Proud to serve the Blue Springs South community. And there's a knuckleball kick, bounces at the 12. Back to the 4-yard line where it will be returned out over the 20, 25 to the 30, 35, cutting to the middle of the field and hauled down from behind outside the 40. At the 42-yard line is Ricky Nichols. He's been itching for a chance to return the football, and he gets one.
Both teams have had outstanding kickoff returns in this second half. Great field position.
Great field position, and right now you sense the Jags would like to
run some clock.
Take the ball and march down the field and do so slowly and methodically with 7:36 remaining. So they'll have it first down and 10. Last year it was a rout at Park Hill with the Jags falling 43-18. Little different ball game this time around, and they're going to jump in under center and toss it. Cofield brings it on the sweep to the near side. Shecks a tackle at the 50, 45, 40, and knocked down and out of bounds at that point. Adam Cofield with a big run, and he takes it from the 36 to the opposing 40. That'll work as well.
Yes, it will.
Clock runs, 7:25 remaining in this football game. Little confusion in the backfield. Finally, Moore McKinney and Jake Lamb go split wide to the left. And again, Nigro operating out from under center. He will hand the ball off to Cofield, sprints to the corner, turns it at the 40, 35, and down to the 30-yard line. That'll be close to another Jags first down with 6:50 remaining, and he stays in bounds. And the clock will continue to run.
Blue Springs South getting great blocking from their outside receivers in this drive so far.
You're listening to exciting high school football driven by the McCarthy Auto Group on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ, Blue Springs, Kansas City. Rob Evans, Coach Wams back at Larry Stewart Stadium. And the Jags looking to open the season with a victory. They lead 14-7 with the ball on the 30. They'll be short. It'll be second down, and it'll be third down as they end up losing the football. It was stripped away. I think the Jags have recovered, but then there's a flag thrown in on the play back at the 36. Flag thrown down to the vicinity of the 34-yard line. Bill Stompoli comes out of the group and says, face mask on Park Hill.
What comes around goes around, or whatever that saying is, right?
I think if it comes around and it goes around, it's got to come around. And it went around on the last drive. They took advantage of 4 what you would classify as major penalties, 15-yarders. Not all of them went for that because you were in half the distance situations. But that helped them get their touchdown. And now Blue Springs South is in a position to take advantage, and they set the ball down at the original line of scrimmage at the 31. And So that didn't cost him much at all. Cost him 5. Inadvertent face
Right.
mask. Nigro under center with an offset I formation behind him. And the handoff to Cofield, and Cofield gets hit by Mr. Graves. That's about all you can say, Coach. The man deserves respect.
Yes, he does.
Chester Graves has played a pretty good ball game defensively for Park Hill, and he turned what would have been a 3rd and short into 3rd and 6. So you're looking at probably having to throw the football. So the ball back to the 36-yard line. 5:19 remaining in the game. The clock wound. The clock is moving. Nigro, quick drop. Pressure's on. He gets hit and throws a wobbly pass that is incomplete at the 23-yard line. He was looking for Briley Moore McKinney. Clock will stop with 5:07 remaining in the game. It wasn't the coverage so much, though. The coverage wasn't that bad by Brent Woods, but it was the pressure that they got on it.
Yes.
It'll be 4th down, and Corey Jackson will be in to punt the football away.
And it was pressure that he saw coming early. It wasn't like it came at him late.
He knew it was coming, and they still got to it. And by that, he wasn't able to get rid of the ball fast enough. The snap goes through, and the punt is a high spiral. It will bounce inside the end zone and come out to the 20-yard line. So it'll come out to the 20-yard line with 5:01 remaining in the game. And we're going to get officials timeout, so we will take a break. With 5:01 to go, it's the Jags 14, Park Hill 7. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
St. Mary's Manor, located at 111 Northwest Mock Avenue, provides high-quality senior and rehabilitation care for Blue Springs and Eastern Jackson County. The caring and professional staff at St. Mary's Manor offers a full range of services, including an aggressive rehab-to-home program offering both inpatient and outpatient services. St. Mary's Manor participates in Medicare, several managed care programs, Medicaid, and workers' compensation programs. For more information, call 228-5655 or online at stmarysmanor.com.
.501 remaining in the game. And Park Hill will have the ball on the 20-yard line. They'll send a man in motion and then hand it off. Coming to the near side, Zach Neal. And Neal is going to get stood up to 20 and fall forward to the 21-yard line. So what looked like a promising play ends up gaining a yard. Tackle made by Cale Connors, the junior D-back. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 to go. Twins to each side. They're going to go wide side of the field and throw short of the intended receiver. They were looking for Quentin Harris, who was well defended. And that probably one of the poorer throws of the night. There haven't been many by the sophomore quarterback, Billy Maples.
And they've brought up a big play right here. 3rd and 9. Late in the game, this is a big play for both the offense and the Blue Springs South defense.
You know, we haven't talked about the preseason state rankings, but both of these teams are in their respective polls. The Jags number 8 in the Class 6 preseason poll. Park Hill ranks 2nd behind Fort, the team they beat in the quarterfinals last year to move on and really put a capper on their season. Maples will fake the handoff, flip the ball out to Johnson in the flat. He's going to sidestep a tackler at the 20 and get out to the 26, where it will bring up 4th down. So on 3rd and 9, they tried to get it to a speed man, let him make a play, and the defense was able to corral him. They gave up 5 yards on the play, but they will hold and get the football back. unless Josh Hood wants to grab the bones and roll them here with 3:50 left to go, down a touchdown. Nichols will, nope, that's Hawkins who will go back deep. And Parker Sampson will punt it. And they'll want him to put everything he's got into this one. And he will. It is a high end-over-end punt back to the 30. It's going to be fair caught by Hawkins at that point. I think they wanted to be careful that they handled the ball properly.
Exactly. You don't want to turn over at this point in the game, in the kicking game.
Let me ask you something. Always in the good old days, where those of us with gray hair remember you wanted to get the high spiraling punt. Nowadays, you see guys wanting to kick the ball a little more end over end to get a little action and kick it further down the field.
So that when it does hit the ground, it's going to take off on you.
It may go back against you, but more times than not, it causes problems for the receiving team.
Plus, the ball's harder to catch when it goes end over end.
Blue Springs South will run out of the pistol once again with twin running backs. The handoff coming to the near side. And before the running back, in this case, Miles Davis can turn up field. He was watching the blockers, and somebody let Chester Graves inside the back door, and he ran him down from behind. He'll lose a couple of yards back to the 33. Or excuse me, the 28. And you can see that one coming from here. He didn't know the Mack truck was sneaking up behind him.
Yeah.
The big man was coming. So it'll bring up 2nd down and 12. Clock continues to run. It's the ally of the Jags. 2:50 and counting. Handoff near side. This time they're able to get away from Graves, and carrying the football is Davis, and he'll get outside the 35 to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. He gets a good spot, and that was Jerome Hawkins who was in there on that particular play. So he picks up 11, and it will be 3rd down and 2.
Huge play right here.
They're going to bring some size in there. Hawkins comes to the side. Sprouse is in as an extra blocker. Moore McKinney's going to line up in a slot. And they run out from under center, and Nigro's going to try to fight his way forward and get driven back. He's driven back by Seven Wilson, a junior linebacker. And you would have thought that there would be no gain on the play, but they're saying he lost a yard, and it'll be 4th down and a long 2.
Timeout, Park Hill.
So Park Hill grabs a timeout. We will too. 1:58 remaining in the game. 14-7. Jags have the lead. You're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on KCWJ.
Have you tried to look 10 or 20 years into your future? Jobs, families, and goals change. You need to create a plan for your retirement, thoughtfully, professionally, and personally. Waddell & Reed can help. For 7 decades, we have helped investors work toward a secure retirement. You can count on your Waddell & Reed financial advisor to craft a plan that is right for you. Waddell & Reed, investing with a plan. Waddell & Reed Incorporated, member SIPC.
Call Christopher Wade at 816-358-2463.
$1:58 remaining in the game. 14-7, Blue Springs South. The 4th quarter brought to you by Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned, family operated, proud to serve Blue Springs. Jackson's going to punt, or at least he is back in punt formation. Park Hill doesn't look like they're buying it completely. They do put a good rush on. He gets a good kick away. Fair caught at the 30-yard line.
Ooh.
Fumbles the football, and a scramble ensues. In fact, the whistle is blown, and they're still scrambling. And it looks like that Mr. Henry, Liam Henry, comes out of there with the football, and he takes it with him, so everybody knows that he's the guy who comes up with it. 1:51 remaining. So it comes down to this. You've got a sophomore quarterback who will be in charge of the offense. So they've got it 1st and 10. Maples is a very versatile athlete, a basketball player with his size. You can see that. Didn't miss a football workout and continued to play the other sport as well. And he gets a 2-minute drill type drive with the game on the line here. Trips wide to the right. They're looking for the play. Quentin Harris solo left. And the snap. Long pass down the far side. And the pass is incomplete. They were looking for Johnson, and Hawkins was defending on the play. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Hawkins has made some great plays, hasn't he, from that corner position?
That was a good matchup. Johnson at 5'11", Hawkins at 5'9". And don't discount how far the sophomore threw that ball, going from the near hash mark to the far corner. He'll flip the ball to his receiver. That is Bell, and Bell is going to get a first down from the wide receiver spot. Just kind of cut the ball, or cut in, and ran right through the hole, vacated by the linebackers dropping back, and he's out to the 43. 90 seconds left to go in this game. Clock continues to run as they keep it in the middle of the field. Out of the pistol. Trips wide to the right. They're going to look. Fire it over the middle. They've got a man wide open. The ball is caught, and Harris falls forward to the 30-yard line.
That was a nice throw and a nice catch and a good play by the defensive back. He got him to the ground. It was about 6.
Quentin Harris was one step away from breaking that one. There was nobody behind to help out. They had to trip him up. Down to a minute 18. Ball on the 32 is where they say he touched down. They've got Johnson and Harris split wide to the right. Acker in the slot to the left side, back to pass. They're going deep, looking for Bell, and he had one-on-one coverage going to the flag, and the pass was overthrown.
Good pressure by Blue Springs South. I think they made him throw it before he was really ready to throw that deep pass.
1 minute and 1 second left to go. I'll be anxious to see this young man in 2 years.
Yes.
2 years from today, you think this guy's pretty good now. He's going to be a load. He'll flip the pass off in the flat, and taking it down the far side is Zach Neal, and Neal gets a first down and is run out of bounds.
Inside the 15.
Yep. He stepped out right at the 15. And it's first down and 10 from that point. Now, you still have to watch the clock, and the clock is at the back of the quarterback. 54.4 remaining. 14-7 Blue Springs South. And Maples to throw. He's looking, fires into the end zone, flag thrown away from the play at around the near hash mark. It'll be second down, 10 yards to go, pending the outcome of the penalty. Holding on the defense. That's the second defensive holding penalty we've had here in the fourth quarter.
At least.
That goes with three personal foul penalties against the defense. So, half the distance will put the ball down to the 7, and it will be first down and 2.
That's first and goal, I believe.
Now they've said first down. Yeah, they'll pull the sticks away, and we're going to get a timeout taken by the defense. And the offense is pretty excited right now, Coach, but they're still down by 7, and I'm sure that's something Coach Hood is going to say, why are we celebrating? It's 14-7. We got to score.
Yeah. Do we know how many timeouts Park Hill has?
They have one left.
Park Hill has one left. They both have one.
That comes with 50 seconds left to go in this game. So the defensive coaches, with their players gathered around the Blue Springs South sidelines, and they need to find a playmaker here. What do? Do you try to attack something and make it happen?
It's first down. You've got the clock is a factor. You've still got a timeout. I think we'll see him put the ball in one of those running backs' hands at some point right down here.
Okay, and then what I'm saying is the defense, do you try to gamble or do you stay at home and play your basic defense?
You play the defense that you work on all the time inside the 10-yard line.
Neal is the running back in the backfield. Maples goes out to talk it over with Kentrez Bell, his wide receiver, who is split solo right, short side of the field. Graves and Johnson along with Acker to the left. They look one way, and as the snap is given to the quarterback, flags fly, whistles blow, and I believe illegal procedure has been called against Park Hill. And things were collapsing quickly around the young sophomore quarterback, and he did not move a muscle. He was going to stand in there and deliver the pass until the play was blown dead. So now it's back to the 13-yard line, first and goal from that point. And we get timeout taken. Not sure who it is. They're not clear as to who takes the timeout.
They're putting time on the clock or something.
Well, they've got 49.2 left. So they will reset. Still haven't changed it yet, Coach.
You know what's great about high school athletes and high school football? The 5-yard penalty came after a timeout. You would think they just worked everything out, and all of a sudden there's still confusion between their receivers, and they jump.
0.8 seconds added to the clock. 50 seconds remaining because the play technically blown dead beforehand, and that's what was left on the clock. So here we go. First and goal from the 13. Maples to throw. He finds his man on the bubble screen and catching and taking it into the end zone. Fumbling the football is Kentrez Bell, and Blue Springs South has recovered.
They got it. Now it'll be interesting to see what the call is, whether he was down or not.
Whether or not he was in the end zone. If he breaks the plane, it's a touchdown. And he was not down.
So they're calling incomplete pass. No, they've got it. They're putting him down at the, 2-yard line?
Okay. 40.7 seconds left.
Well, this officiating crew has been around a long time. They do a great job, so you know they're on top of it as best can be on top of it.
And if somebody disagrees with it, these guys know how to sell it pretty well and say, look, I've been doing this for a while. That's what happened. Yeah. And it is down at the 1-yard line, inside the 1. Handoff. Neal stopped short. Excuse me, that was Clayton who is stopped short. The sophomore at 5'10", 185. Neal at 5'10", 165. And that will end up losing a yard or so, and we'll get another timeout.
That's their last timeout, right?
They had one. Each team had one left a moment ago. 25.9 seconds left to play in this game. And this has been a dandy fourth quarter brought to you by the great folks at Myers Funeral Chapel, locally owned and family operated. Proud to serve the Blue Springs community. What's our play of the game going to be? We're going to have a play of the game coming up after the ball game. And you've got a couple of scoring plays for the Jags. Got a couple of defensive plays for the Jags. And if they get a stop inside the last 25.9 seconds, that could be a good candidate for the play of the game.
Could be 2 good plays. Or 3, however many plays they're going to have to make down here. Is it second down?
Second down and goal. No timeouts left, I'm guessing, for Park Hill. I would say they would want to make sure what they're going to do. Jags lead 14-7.
Oh, look at this.
They're
going to a power formation.
They've got one of the bigs in there to block. Snap to Maples. He will throw. Look for Bell, and it's knocked away. It's 3rd and goal with 21.3 left.
Great play, great defense by that secondary back on the corner for Blue Springs South.
They brought Landon Brown, an offensive lineman at 255 pounds, into the game to block, get everybody thinking that it's going to go that way, and then throw, looking for Bell, single coverage. It is 3rd down. Maples back to pass. He gets hit at the 5. He is down at the 5, and that should do it with 13 seconds to go. The clock continues to run. It's 4th and goal from the 5. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. They get the play away. Maples to throw. Lost it into the end zone. It is incomplete. And the Jags win. (14-7). The Jags with the win, but Park Hill was closer than close to the end zone at the end.
Great defense at the end by Blue Springs South. They made some big plays down there. After the 1st and goal situation, their defense just stepped up, especially the second to the last play was fantastic.
An outstanding 4th quarter. The Jags win it 14-7. We invite you to stay tuned for our post-game activities. Coming up right after this, you're listening to Jags football from Vision Sports on 10:30 a.m. KCWJ.
Are you looking for that wow factor for your next event? A wedding, birthday, retirement? You can take your event to the next level when you serve a delicious custom-made cake from The Cake Pan. The Cake Pan has been making customized cakes to order since 1980, featuring its fantastic buttercream icing, always made from scratch. Kathy Yardley prepares each cake with devoted passion and expertise, knowing it's an important aspect to her client's special event. The Cake Pan, located at 609 Northwest R.D. Mize Road in Blue Springs. Call 228-7180, online at thecakepan.com.
WeatherTech Roofing is proud to bring you the Cats and Jags. WeatherTech Roofing